Okay, so before we talk about the function of muscles and how they contract and relax, we're first going to talk about the structure. So you have your actual muscle, then this divides into your muscle tissue, and then within their muscle tissue, you have your syncytium, which is basically a muscle cell that has a lot of nuclei. It's multinucleated, which is why we call it that term. So surrounding it, you have your sarcolemma, which is the membrane of your muscle fiber. And then you have your muscular bundles, and each bundle is consisting of a myofibril. And those myofibrils then branch off into myofilaments, in which you have thin filaments, which are made of actin, then you have your thick filaments, which are made of myosin. So if you look over here, this is a diagram of your myofilaments. So you have the thin filament, you have the thick filament. So they have certain bands and certain lines that show the different areas of your myofilaments. So you have your H zone, which only consists of myosin. You have your Z line, which is where your thin filaments connect to. And then you have your M line, which is where your myosin is going to connect to, in the center of your sarcomere. Your sarcomere is the area between each Z line, from one Z line to the next. And then you have your A band, which is basically both your thick and your thin filaments. And then your I band is only actin, your thin filaments. Okay. So now we're going to talk about their function, like how do they contract? Well, as we talked about before in the previous video, we were talking about how action potentials are generated. When this action potential reaches a neuron, it's going to activate the calcium voltage-gated channels to open. These calcium ions will then flood in, and this will stimulate